Yo guys, before this video begins, I'm just gonna tell you guys that I've actually opened my own Discord server. So if you guys want to join it and get help, then we can join it. You can talk to me. We can be a family. We can defeat teamers together, do a lot of things. And I'm still gonna be actually developing it, finding out new things for us to do together, and basically be a team. So guys, if you want to join it, it's gonna be in the link in the description. And without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Alright, so guys, this is pretty huge, and like I don't know really how to start on TZE thinking about removing Hinogami M2. So usually I thought that Sun Halo head dance thing, it was all over the place. Like it was all over TikTok, it was all over YouTube. I even had my best video including Sun Halo head dance, and Rogue Demon even pulled off 3.3 million views on Sun Halo head dance on their TikTok. And that was like when they removed like they reworked it and they added the Hinogami M2 known as Sun Halo head dance. And that's pretty much like why I don't really understand why they're gonna remove Hinogami M2, but I do have some thoughts about why they could be potentially removing Hinogami M2, and like that's why I've come here to like share them to you guys and ask you guys as my audience, like my fans, ask you guys what you think about this, and like why you think they'd even actually have the thought about removing it. So I just finished my video and I saw this. I was getting told by people that they were thinking about removing Hinogami M2, and like that's just like my question. But to start off with the reasons as to why they could be removing Hinogami M2, that's because that if you dash into people, let's say you're a sunbathing user and you're under 50 HP, you could be 30, you could be 20, and like the moment you dash, I like to call that lock baiting. If you don't play Clash Royale, you don't understand what lock baiting is. But let's say that you dash into people, then you're already lock baited, and that it's so easy for them to lock bait you into just dashing into them. So let's say that you try to get them in a combo, you dash into them, and when you dash, there's a cooldown for when you can use that dash again. And while that cooldown's going, they can instantly use Sun Halo head dance, and you will have no way, absolutely no way of escaping that. There will be no way for you to escape that. And a lot of players were complaining about this being unfair, and I also think it's unfair. I think that it's not enough for the game to say okay you can't combo start after using it, because you clearly can. You clearly can combo start after using the Hinogami Sun Halo head dance. You clearly can combo start, and it's not a fair mechanism to the game, which is why I actually kind of understand why they remove it. And I really love to use the Sun Halo head dance, but you gotta understand and admit, we all need to admit that that move was too overpowered. That was too much. And another reason, like I could come to like counter this argument whereby saying that it's too overpowered and it's clearly lock bait. I could actually counter that argument by actually saying myself that you have to think about Sun Halo head dance made the game blow up. And that's actually a really true argument, because if you thought about it, then the Rogue Demon official TikTok, they pulled off, I think, 3.3 million views on their TikTok because of this ability. And if he's thinking about removing Hinogami M2, that's just like why I don't understand that. And you have to think about, this move was the entire reason why their game peaked to, I think, 50k players. 50,000 people were playing their game because of this move, this one move. So I don't know if they're trying to kickstart their game, or maybe try to make their game peak again by removing such a huge move. Maybe I think making a TikTok about it, try to attract new players. I don't know. So like that's why I'm trying to ask you guys to like tell me what they're actually gonna do with this, and like how it's gonna work out, because like all I know is that Hinogami M2 was clearly the easiest lock bait to use. There's different types of lock baits in the game, and I can also think about other lock baits. I can actually mention a few. So the first lock bait, the original lock bait of the entire game, as we all know, is Thunder. When you use your evasive, it's over. I'm telling you guys, it's just over for you. When you use that evasive against a Thunder user, it's over for you. All they need to do is use Godspeed on you, and there, boom, they take away 75, 50 HP to 75 HP away from you just because you used that evasive. And that's the first original lockbait. And it's pretty hard to escape. The only way you can escape it is actually perfect blocking their Godspeed, which I don't understand why it's like that, but I guess it is like that. And evasive is a crucial thing. So against Thunder, you have to be like really precise and not having to use your evasive, because if you don't use your evasive, you lose 50 HP, and if you do lose your evasive, then you're gonna get caught in a Godspeed, whereby you're gonna lose 75 HP. And you could question, how is that fair? I don't know. So they're only looking at the most powerful move that actually brought the game up to peaking to 50k players, but they're not even looking at the easiest the easiest lock bait. I wouldn't say that Thunder Breathing is the easiest lock bait, but I could also think of another lock bait. So if you go to water, let's say that you dash into water and then just use that ultimate, you can't even escape it. So there's two different lock baits in the game that's actually baiting you, and you're not actually able to escape it. One, you are, I admit, the Godspeed one, you are able to escape it by perfect blocking, but let's be real here. None of us know how to consistently perfect block everything. If they spin around, go to the side, you're not going to be able to perfect block that. So you have to be really precise. So I can think about a lot of lock baits in the game, a lot of moves in the game that's not fair. And that's why I'm really questionable. I really don't understand why they'd actually think about only removing Hinogami M2, because I did see that there was some moderators or some staffs in their chat complaining about Hinogami M2, and I think that's why they've brought it up to TZE. That's why they told TZE about this, and that's why they're thinking about reworking it, which makes a lot of sense. But you have to also look at the other things. You can't only be looking at one thing. So guys, tell me what you think about this, and if you agree with like what I'm saying, because I actually think that what I'm saying makes sense. And if you're gonna look at one thing, you're gonna have to look at other things, because other things is what that like forms your game. It's what that forms like your like player base, is what that forms everything. So if you want to look at one thing, you have to remember to look at everything. You can't only be looking at one thing, because like this comes in as a shock for all the 3.3 million people who saw your TikTok. This comes in a shock for all of them. Then why did they play the game? Why did they come to the game to play? Like, that's the question. I don't know, but guys, that's gonna be all from me. I just came with my points, like my facts. I'm not angry. I'm just trying to think about like the future of Rogue Demon. But tell me what you thought about this video, and that's all from me. I'm out. Peace.